once you've collected all that data for the entire football field, go from 0 to 100, or as close as you can to get to 100. Here, I've just done 0 to 65, so it'll be good enough. This is the position in yards. This is the number of frames that have elapsed. Here, I calculate the time just like we did before, where I add the previous to F3 divided by 30. So I've converted the frames, the number of frames, to an elapsed time. Here, I've converted the position from yards to meters. You need to find out what is the conversion factor in order to do that from yards to meters. And then I create a graph. If you plot it as time and position, that is the x-axis on the left and the y-axis on the right, I can just do insert. Whoop, I'm sorry. Let's see, I have to go up to insert and then chart right here. And I'm going to do a scatter chart like this. So just highlight the data, go up to insert, and then do your scatter. But you have to have your x-axis on the left and your y-axis on the right. So x-axis, y-axis. Remember, dependent is on the y-axis. Independent is on the x-axis. And so now I have this nice graph of position versus time. You can pretty up the titles, and I want to see all good titles. And then over here, notice that I have this data that is really quite linear, where the slope of this graph is not changing hardly at all. So I'm going to set a trend line to that. I'm going to fit a straight line to that. I'm going to go to linear. I want to display the equation. Let's display the r-squared value too. That just tells you how good of a fit is it. And I can just take that away. And what this does is it gives you the slope of that line. And that's what I want to walk away with, is the slope of this line is 3.9, and that's going to be in meters per second. Now, in the next video, I'll show you how to capture the actual drone data off of your flight logs so that you can get another independent measurement of the speed of the drone. I've already done that here where I've gotten the velocity of this. And I want you to notice, at least for this, which I'm traveling at 4 meters per second, yours is different. You're going at 15 kilometers per hour and 30 kilometers per hour. This is the velocity graph, and notice that up here I've reached a velocity. Well, that's 3.98 meters per second. That one is at 4 meters per second. So my average here of these is on task with what we found in the position versus time graph.